After inviting 5 estate agents to value and appraise our home, we finally made our decision and chose the agent who will represent us. But something I've realised during this process is that choosing the agent is just the beginning. What happens next is the part most people don't really talk about. The preparation, the photography, the drone footage, the marketing strategy, and the emotional process of getting your home ready to go on the market. So in this video, I want to take you behind the scenes of what happens after you choose your estate agent. If you've been following my value series, you'll know that this decision was part of a much bigger journey. We're preparing to relocate and sell our home, and that is our first major step in the process. Now that we've chosen our agent, the focus shifts from decision making to preparation. Once you choose your estate agent, the next step is formally instructing them to act on your behalf. And this is where the professional relationship really begins. Your practical steps then start. You complete your instruction agreements. You have a contract term. So in my circumstances, I've allowed them 12 weeks as a contract to sell my property, where they have sole agency. That's my notice period. Agreed in how much will it take for me to come out of the contract if I'm not happy with their work, and also what happens once officially they're appointed. The next stage is preparing the marketing materials that will introduce my home to potential buyers, and that firstly is property details being written. So it's really looking at the property itself, the size, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, reception rooms, where it's located, is it in the town, on the edge of town, can you walk to a train station, what are the local shops and activities and amenities are all put together as a presentation that will be included with your photography online. Measurements will always be taken of all the floor plans so they know how big your rooms are, and if you are required to have an energy certificate for your property, and then of course all of the photography and the drone shots. This will all take place for me during the week, so I will include it on next week's video and you can see how that's all done. When you're presenting your home to the market, those first images become your shop window, so it's really worth waiting for the right conditions to show the property in its best possible light. So we decided to reschedule the shoot and pick a day when the weather was going to have some sunshine and very low winds, otherwise you can't fly your drone. When you're presenting your home to the market, those first images become your shop window, so it's worth waiting for the right conditions to show the property in the best possible light. Now, looking at the photography and the marketing side of this process, this is the moment your home begins to move from being your private space to becoming a property on the market. Next week's video, I'll show you our professional and marketing side of the process, the professional photographs and the drone footage, the online listings and where our property will be shown, our property portals, and also our launch strategy. One thing I do want to point out, there's also an emotional shift that happens during this stage. When you begin to prepare your home for sale, you start to see it slightly differently. Not just the place, particularly that I've lived for 10 years, but as the place that someone else may soon call home. Also in next week's video, I'll cover the preparation side, decluttering, letting go of your possessions, seeing your home differently, and preparing strangers to view your home. We are looking to downsize. This is a 6-bedroom property and we want to go down to at least a 3-bed. So we have a lot to downsize. I think, as you can see, choosing our estate agent was an important decision, but it's really just the first step in the relocation journey. So the next stage, it's all about preparing the house itself, the practical steps, the decluttering, and what it's actually like getting your home ready to go on sale. Because selling your home isn't just a transaction, it's a whole new transition. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.